Hello and welcome to our channel. Today we're diving deep into an intriguing topic, courage. It's an aspect of our lives that is often overlooked, yet plays a monumental role in shaping who we are. It's not just about the grand gestures and heroic acts, but also about the small steps we take, the fears we face, the challenges we overcome. If you find this content engaging, please consider subscribing for more such enlightening discussions. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest videos. So, are you ready to embark on this journey of exploration, to delve into the depths of courage, and to discover the hero that resides within each one of us? Let's get started. Today, let's talk about courage. Welcome to the channel. If you like this video, please subscribe for more content like this, and don't forget to hit the bell icon for notifications. Now, let's ponder. What does this word courage mean to you? Could be a grand act of bravery or a small act of standing up for what's right. Quite thought-provoking, isn't it? Courage, a term often thrown around but rarely truly understood. Is it about facing an army of 10,000, or perhaps it's speaking the truth when the world wants to silence you? Courage can be as extravagant as the heroic tales of knights and warriors, or as simple as the silent tenacity of an ordinary person facing extraordinary circumstances. Courage is not about being fearless, but about acting despite the fear. It's about holding your ground when everything around seems to crumble. The value of courage in our lives is immeasurable. It's the foundation of every success story, every innovation, every revolution. Yet it's not a quality confined to the extraordinary. It's deeply woven into the fabric of our being. Courage, as we are about to delve into, is not just a trait of exceptional individuals. It's an element that resides within each of us, waiting to be awakened. Now consider this. Have you ever thought about the courage it takes to confront everyday challenges? Courage, my friends, is not merely reserved for the grand gestures, the dramatic rescues, or the battlefield heroics. No, courage is far more commonplace than that. It's woven into the fabric of our everyday lives, threaded through the ordinary and the mundane, making the ordinary extraordinary. Take, for instance, the courage it takes to stand up to a bully. Not the kind we often picture in school playgrounds, but the subtle, underhanded ones we encounter in our adult lives. The ones who belittle our ideas in meetings or spread harmful gossip. It requires a certain kind of bravery to confront them, to stand up for oneself and others, to say, enough is enough. Or consider the courage it takes to confess a mistake. In a world where perfection is glorified, admitting that we've erred, that we're fallible, can feel like an uphill battle. It's easier to bury our mistakes, to pretend they never happened. But true courage lies in owning up to them, in learning from them, and in growing as individuals. And then there's the courage to admit when you need help. We live in a society that champions self-sufficiency, that celebrates the do-it-yourself mentality. But there's nothing courageous about struggling alone when assistance is within reach. It takes a strong person to say, I can't do this by myself, I need help, and there's no shame in that. In fact, it's one of the most courageous things one can do. So, you see, courage isn't always about grandeur and spectacle. It's not always about saving the world. Sometimes it's about saving ourselves, standing up for our beliefs, admitting our flaws, and reaching out for help when we need it. Indeed, courage is not always about heroic deeds. Sometimes it's about facing the ordinary with extraordinary grace. Picture this. A young entrepreneur with nothing but a dream and determination takes a leap of faith to start a business amidst economic uncertainty. Let's call our protagonist Jack. Jack was not your typical entrepreneur. He didn't have a background in business, nor did he come from a family of entrepreneurs. Jack was a simple man with an extraordinary dream. Jack had an idea for a product that could revolutionize the way we live. But this idea came with its fair share of challenges. The market was saturated, the competition fierce, and the economic climate was anything but favorable. Yet it was Jack's courage that shone bright in these daunting circumstances. He knew the risks, he knew the odds were stacked against him, and yet he chose to move forward. He chose to believe in his dream, his vision, and above all, himself. He plunged headfirst into the world of entrepreneurship. He risked his savings, his stable job, and the comfort of the familiar. He faced many setbacks along the way, from production issues to financial hurdles. There were days when everything seemed to be falling apart, when the dream seemed too far, too impossible. Yet Jack didn't quit. He faced every challenge with courage. He learned from his failures and used them as stepping stones to success. He listened to the naysayers, took their criticism, and turned it into motivation. He faced the fear of failure head-on and transformed it into the fuel for his journey. Jack's story is a testament to the power of courage. His courage didn't just help him overcome obstacles, it was the driving force that propelled him towards his dream. It was his courage that made the impossible possible. In the end, Jack's dream did become a reality. His product revolutionized the industry, and he proved that courage, combined with determination and a vision, can indeed move mountains. In this tale, courage was the force that transformed a dream into a reality. Now, let's turn our attention to an ordinary individual doing extraordinary things in their community. In a small town, nestled between rolling hills and a picturesque river, lived a man named John. John was not a man of wealth or power, nor did he possess any extraordinary physical abilities. He was an ordinary man, but with an extraordinary heart. John was a carpenter by trade, known for his skilled craftsmanship and a gentle smile that never seemed to fade. But beyond his professional skills, he was known for something else: his unwavering courage to stand up for what was right. In this town, there was a pressing issue that most chose to overlook. A local factory was dumping waste into the river, polluting the water and causing harm to the town's people and wildlife. Many were aware, but fear of retaliation from the factory owners kept them silent. But not John. He was not one to stand by in the face of injustice. Despite the personal risks, he decided to take action. He gathered evidence, documented the damage, and rallied the townspeople to join him in his efforts. He was met with resistance, threats, and even lost friends. But John's courage was unwavering. He knew that the safety and well-being of his community were at stake. In the end, his efforts paid off. The factory was held accountable for its actions, the river was cleaned, and the town was saved. John's courage not only changed the course of his town's future, but also inspired others to stand up against injustice. This is just one example of how an ordinary person can make an extraordinary impact. John might not have been a superhero with superpowers, but his courage made him a silent hero in his community. In this story, courage was the beacon that guided actions of kindness and justice. As we have seen through these stories, courage is not just about heroic deeds, but also about facing life's challenges with determination and grace. Courage, my friends, is a potent force. It has the power to transform our lives in ways we could never have imagined. It allows us to stand tall amidst adversity, to face our fears and to rise above them. It gives us the strength to persevere, to fight and to continue moving forward no matter how difficult the path may be. But the power of courage extends far beyond our personal lives. It resonates out into the world, inspiring others and creating change. You see, courage is not a solitary endeavor. It is a collective force, one that is felt and shared among us all. Think about it. When we witness an act of courage, we feel a surge of admiration, a spark of inspiration. That brave individual in their moment of courage has ignited something within us. They have shown us what is possible, and in doing so, they have made us believe that we too can be brave. And this is where the true power of courage lies. It is in its ability to inspire others, to create a ripple effect of bravery that reaches far and wide. It is in the way it can turn a single act into a movement, a solitary voice into a chorus. Courage, in essence, is contagious. It spreads from person to person, inspiring us all to be a little braver, a little bolder, a little more daring. It encourages us to step out of our comfort zones, to challenge the status quo, to stand up for what we believe in. It pushes us to face our fears, to overcome our obstacles, to pursue our dreams with relentless determination. So the next time you find yourself at a crossroad, remember, courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. And by choosing courage, you are not only empowering yourself, but also inspiring those around you. You are changing your life and perhaps even the world, one brave act at a time. So, what does courage mean to you now? How can you harness its power in your life? Perhaps it's taking the first step towards a dream you've always harbored, or maybe it's standing up for what's right even when it's uncomfortable. It could be as simple as admitting when you're wrong, or as monumental as launching a new venture. Courage is not about the absence of fear, it's about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. It's about understanding that every stumble, every fall is a stepping stone on your journey. It's about realizing that it's okay to not be okay, and that each day you're becoming a little stronger, a little braver. As you move forward, remember to draw on this reservoir of courage within you. It's the spark that ignites change, the fuel that drives progress. Remember, courage is within you, waiting to be awakened. Embrace it and watch as it transforms not just your life, but those around you as well.